Here we go. Here we go. Easy. Now I'm streaming. I haven't streamed like in a while. I don't remember the last time I streamed. It was, I think 4 weeks ago. Let's check it out. Let's check out the last time we streamed. It was 2 months ago. Damn. Wait a second. All right. Oops. Starting the stream off a little bad. Not gonna lie. Oh, we're back. That was quick. Quick. Oh, new sneakers coming out. Let's check that out too. We'll do our first. We will. Let me check this out right now. Hold on. All right. First video we'll watch. Let's check it out. Oh, the Bill Belichick. Let's see if I could even watch this on here. How to ruin a legacy. The Bill Belichick story. Jordan Hudgerton. Don't get mad at me. Please.
I'm so appreciative of the fans for all the support they've given me, my family, my this football team.
A 6-time Super Bowl winning coach, Bill Belichick exited the Patriots.
It's going to be funny.
He was also escaping his days in the media spotlight.
So we're going to move on. I look forward to the future.
He was wrong. His future turned out to be more chaotic than anyone had expected.
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks.
Yo, why does Bill Belichick have a 24-year-old girlfriend? And I feel like she's been 24 for like 5 years.
Jordan Hudson.
For a coach that spent his career.
4-year-old ex.
Oh, this was in 2024. We're in 2025, so she has to be at least 25 now.
Jordan
Almost 26.
For a coach that spent his career as the grown-up in the room.
Right now, our focus on Cleveland.
He was so deliberately boring and locked up.
His relationships were always on the sidelines. And all of a sudden, Linda was gone.
His
R.I.P.
sudden emergence as tabloid fodder
I think she
has
died or
left his
something.
fans and
One of
haters
her is
alike
white, I
baffled.
Is that Bill Belichick?
When that Ring camera surfaced,
Where was he going? Right.
my feeling was this does not square with anything I
Bill Belichick caught half naked on a doorbell camera outside 24-year-old former
thought I knew
cheerleaders.
about Bill Belichick.
Bill, what do you
Yikes.
Now, as one of the NFL's greatest coaches, surprisingly tries his hand at college football.
I was talking to my husband and I was like, have you heard this Bill Belichick rumor? And he goes,
UNC.
Holly, Bill Belichick is not coming to Chapel Hill.
He just ruined that whole program.
This North Carolina thing. Belichick's trying to prove something here.
His often on-field relationship with a former college cheerleader
What is she doing there? What is her role?
looms over his
What is your
professional
role?
legacy.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this. No.
What? You went. Okay. Out of bounds. Bill Belichick and Jordan Hutchinson said no. It's gonna be a good little docu. It's like over 1 hour, so
For over 2 decades,
it's a good little documentary.
Bill Belichick wasn't just a football coach. He was the football coach.
He was a coach of the Patriots for basically my entire childhood.
Had a good week on the practice field.
Yeah, he pretty much was.
Good preparation against a team we don't know very well.
He gave me the vibe of like an evil genius.
The architect of the greatest dynasty the NFL had ever seen.
They were legitimately great from
They were
top
good.
to bottom.
I can
Really
only
good.
consider his
Tenure
entire
in life.
tenure in New England truly the greatest run we've seen in football history.
Or in sports history.
17 division titles, 9 conference championships, 6 Super Bowl rings.
That's pretty
To win
dope.
the game, and that's what we did.
The cornerstone
6
of his
Super
winning
Bowls.
philosophy, following his 4 sacred rules. Don't believe the hype.
Isn't that a net positive? I mean,
We're focused on Cleveland this week.
Manage expectations.
We obviously need to do a lot better job at what we're doing.
Speak for yourself.
We're just going day by day right now. Everybody's working hard trying to get better. That's what we're all doing.
Ignore the noise.
We're on to next year. It's 2015. You forget about last year. That was last year.
Day
And he's definitely
2015. That's
a
crazy.
control freak.
He basically tried to control his players, you know, their personal lives as coach, telling them what they can and can't do. You know, in your personal life, you have to conduct yourself in a way that doesn't cause distractions to the team.
Being the authoritarian and having control over every facet of operations with the New England Patriots is part of what Belichick believed, and it's hard to argue with, gave him a lot of his success.
Bill Belichick always had a transactional relationship with the media. It was Bill Belichick's job to win, and then when he did a post-game press conference, he wanted to do the least amount possible to satisfy his role as a head coach. He just wanted to get in and out.
Not worried about last week, not worried about next week, not worried about last year, worried about this week against Cleveland. He was so deliberately boring and locked up.
At the time, it worked fine because whatever he
Now
was
he's not
doing,
so
Bill
boring.
Belichick was in control. Certainly, journalists, sports journalists, probably wanted more out of him, but the fans, they were happy because he was winning and bringing Super Bowls to the fans in New England.
He was somebody who didn't want anybody to know anything. He put us in the palm of his hand, which was a clenched fist.
Because of Bill's multi-decade track record of avoiding the public spotlight, fans were alarmed when they correctly suspected his relationship
was weird.
with a much younger woman.
That is Bill Belichick holding hands with a young brunette in New Orleans. This was the tweet
Bro,
from,
his
I guess,
grand-
a few weeks ago. How did
her
this guy know
grandpa.
this?
For Bill Belichick, his relationships were always on the sidelines. I mean, certainly people in New England kept track of who he was dating. He was in a long-term
They made a whole
relationship with Linda
documentary
Halliday.
of Jordan.
People accepted that relationship.
Oh, that's
I mean,
crazy.
she was very public, you know, in New England. So she would pop up in social pages. Then around Nantucket, you would see them. But then all of a sudden, Linda was gone and replaced with someone else and someone much younger.
After months of rumors, the media finally learned the mystery woman's name, Jordan Hudson, a woman nearly 50 years his junior.
Bill Belichick dating 24-year-old ex-cheerleader Jordan, J-O-R-D-O-N, Hudson.
Suddenly, the man who spent a lifetime shutting out the noise was a
letting it
headline.
in.
The legendary football coach Bill Belichick was seen in public with his new girlfriend, Jordan Hudson. Isn't that nice? Now, normally, a day out with your new squeeze wouldn't raise any eyebrows except for the fact that Belichick is 72 and his
she's
girlfriend is 48 years younger.
There were reports
48
of him
years
showing
younger,
up at
goddamn.
delis in the south coast of Massachusetts with
Looks like her
this
grandpa.
attractive young woman, and people just like, it's got to be one of his granddaughters or a niece or something, right?
Or
No,
a
it wasn't.
niece.
He was getting a sandwich with his girlfriend, who is 1/3 his age.
She was born just a few months before the first Super Bowl championship that Bill Belichick won with Tom Brady.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, there's a certain
Ew.
Super Bowl championship that She was born just a few months before the first
She was born before the first
Super
championship.
Bowl championship.
What the fuck?
Belichick won with
Nah,
Tom
that's
Brady.
disgusting.
I mean, there's a certain ew factor there.
You know, my girlfriend's 20, and that's like my girlfriend going out with my dad. That's kind of weird, you know?
That is weird.
My dad and I have like the same age gap, so I think it's disgusting.
Let's be honest.
That is the same gauge gap.
It's not even
like dad age. He's like grandpa age to her.
Even more creepy. But at this,
Thinking about Bill Belichick being intimately involved with a girl a third of his age. call
That's
me old-fashioned.
grandpa.
It's just freaking gross.
Media pundits didn't pull their punches.
Bill Belichick dating this 24-year-old girl.
It's the weirdest shit
It's
ever.
so f***ing weird.
Well, when he asked her, how old are you? She said, this many.
This many.
The story became unavoidable.
How old
crossing
are you?
over
I'm
into
this
pop culture
many.
and making its way onto late-night shows.
Sir, this order will make it socially acceptable for a man in his 70s to date a 24-year-old.
that's right, we're calling it the Belichick law.
The
Eagles scored
Belichick
24
law.
points in just the first half. 24, or in football terms, one full Bill Belichick girlfriend.
Yo, I'm glad Bill Belichick was getting
We
cooked.
used to talk about Foxborough High School when we sucked. But now I know why you were so obsessed with Foxborough High School. You were scouting.
Oh!
Bill had his defenders.
I believe he's entitled to dating anyone he wants. If they have a mutual interest in each other, then sure, be our guest.
Like, his prerogative is his prerogative. It doesn't, I don't think it detracts from his coaching.
It's hard to tell if he's happy, but if she's making him happy, more power to her.
It's his decision.
Sugar
but
daddy.
I mean, what's it to me?
Belichick's a smooth operator. His girlfriend's name. Let's not. Jesus Christ. Let's not go there.
He said, let's not go there.
Smooth operator. His girlfriend's name. Let's not go there, please. Jesus Christ. He's killing it. Yeah.
This is
But
clearly
no one can
dessert and
agree
it's
about
freaking
what's
cool, y'all. You're
actually
just a
going
bunch
on
of
behind closed
haters.
doors.
I don't really know what the appeal is. I guess it has to do with the money, the status.
Would she be with him if it's now?
But let's be real. I'm not calling out Bill Belichick, but let it be us, a 74-year-old old man, and we're divorced, and a 24-year-old girl wanted us as a 74-year-old. I think we would all. Yeah.
Wasn't $70 million. I don't know.
I don't think it's real
I
love.
can't blame him, but it's weird.
Something's going on there.
I'm really always worried about, like, is this person
Cause I'm like,
using me
if
for
I'm a
money,
70-year-old and I'm divorced, if I'm divorced and a 24-year-old wants me, I mean,
not attracted
more power to her.
I don't know, man. It's not the Belichick I recognize.
I think the public usually
This is funny because
could
he's a
fall on
coach.
two sides. I think
It's
the
supposed to be
public
like
is
this,
united
like big character. I
saying
mean,
to
good
themselves,
character, a
"Bill,
good figure because he's a
what are you
coach.
The most interesting
It's like a
part of
coach
this is
dating
that
one of
the
their
guy that we
players.
saw at the
Like,
podium
that's
in
so
New England
weird.
is suddenly doing stuff that same person who coached and ran the Patriots would have thrown out of the building.
There has to be something in that relationship other than, I guess, the obvious.
That coochie is good.
That makes it worth
That's for
it.
damn
But I bet there's a
sure.
lot of people out there thinking, Bill, but is it?
Oh yeah, it is. That coochie is good. That's what it is.
Bill's relationship with Jordan led fans and commentators to reflect on his
He
rise to
ain't
greatness.
leaving.
How could
He
one
doesn't
of
give
the
a
greatest
fuck what
NFL
anybody
coaches
gotta
of all
say.
time
Coach of all time.
He is the
End
ultimate
of the day,
gridiron genius. He is the
he's the one
maester.
sleeping in them beds.
He is
She's the one,
ultimate
you know.
gridiron
Yeah.
genius. He is the maester.
The paragon of what it means to be disciplined.
Nothing through fear in the hearts of grown men like getting called to Belichick's office.
It's just weird
A person
though.
who does their job to the exclusion of anything else in your life that might seem to impinge on the job. He is America's emotionally withholding father.
That's it, period. This week, Cleveland.
Even if his social graces fall short of their norms, Bill Belichick is American football. The man was virtually sired on a football field, the son of a coach at the Naval Academy.
Nepo babies.
His father was famed as a strategist in sports, but in the Naval Academy, That's
Since you realize that all these like
perspective that I
sports
think
people are all
reflects
like
a
nepo
very
babies,
sincere
coaches and nepo
commitment
babies.
to the rules.
You gotta
From
know
day one,
somebody
he
to
was
know
by his
somebody that
dad's
knows
side,
somebody. Which
always
is crazy.
watching, studying, and being around football.
His father,
Even his sons are coaches.
crib, trained him to
I think
be
they have a
coach.
job at a
He was
fucking
always
college.
trying to live up to
That's
his
just
father's
crazy.
image, and that's always a problem. You could either have a miserable life where your life falls apart because you can't live up to your father, or
Even
you
Pete
could
Carroll,
exceed your father.
like it's all nepos.
You know, look at John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy had a dominant father as well.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wanted his sons to do great things in public life. He was able to accomplish that, but at great personal cost to himself.
It's funny.
And then he spent his formative coaching years under Bill Parcells. You
Oh, Bill
uttered
Parcells.
cliche,
That fool was a
"Don't
goat."
Tell me about the pain, show me the baby. Bill was not only steeped in that philosophy,
He was a good coach.
but then took it to the nth degree when he was in New England. In 2000, a linebacker named Andy Katzenmoyer, who had been a first-round pick
So
a year
funny.
earlier under the previous regime, was late to a meeting, and
Oh, and he
Bill
cut him.
essentially cut him on the spot. One of the
I heard about that.
philosophies that I think that was so important to him was just the sense that.
But I think he was
we're
just trying to
here, this is the
establish
most
himself.
important thing.
Yeah. When
Every
you
now
hear,
and
yeah, it's
then,
the most-
there might be something that came up that might be an excuse to that rule, but for the most part, I mean, that's how he lived.
While Bill grew up in the disciplined world of Navy football, Jordan came from something entirely different.
Way
He was
different.
raised in Hancock, Maine, a small coastal town where her dad worked as a fisherman, and everyone knew everyone. Jordan grew up in a world of pageants and small-town attention, a place that naturally pushed her toward bigger dreams and bigger stages.
For the better part of 20 years, Belichick preached focus. He preached discipline. He preached doing your job, having a singular focus. Now, for a lot of Pats fans, that is truly one of the most ironic and hypocritical things ever. Belichick would always tell you about not liking chaos, wanting things orderly, ignore the noise. And yet, way before Jordan Hudson, it seemed like he secretly loved the madness, like he thrived in chaos.
Developing story tonight involving spying by the New England Patriots.
Patriots caught red-handed.
Tonight, the New England Patriots are fighting back against accusations of
You ain't cheating, you ain't winning.
conduct.
You can almost trace
Especially
a
in
lot of the
sports.
success to the scandals.
I had no knowledge whatsoever of this situation until Monday morning.
Bill doesn't just
If you ain't
survive
trying
chaos.
to, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to
That
win.
really was the end of it for me.
Every time things fell apart, he
would always
found a
blame
way to
Tom
come out
Brady.
stronger.
You'd always blame Tom
Belichick
Brady.
had a scandal that was getting international press coverage, and he was
Said
fine
Brady
letting
could
the
talk
world
to you
talk
about that.
it, but they weren't going to talk about it as a team. And you know, sure enough, by the time that Super Bowl came
Bro
around,
just threw Brady
that
under the
team was
bus.
ready to play. He had done his job.
She was so funny.
Ignore the noise, tune them out.
He's
do
like,
your
well,
job. Even
I have nothing to say about those deflated balls, but you know, maybe Tom can maybe go ahead and say something about that when he comes up to the podium. He'll come right now. All right.
though there was some hypocrisy and irony woven there within, you can't argue
That was
with
so
the
fucked
results.
up.
Bill Belichick was so focused on the team being successful that he was willing to look the other way, knowing that he had somebody like Aaron Hernandez. They were kind of like, this
I heard
kid's
about that.
trouble. And he's like, yeah, but have you seen him catch a football?
Here in Boston, we were known
Heard
to have a
about
pretty
that,
tough
heard about
media. But Bill Belichick tamed them. I mean, they were afraid to ask questions.
I mean, you can't really control someone's actions,
or chaos, it doesn't matter.
I had no knowledge whatsoever of this situation.
Bill seems to thrive in the storm.
It's so funny.
And this is where his philosophy, win at all costs, I think, goes against common human morality. I just don't see him as a very moral person, to be honest with you.
This guy who won
Well, he's a
everything
coach.
did these things
And he
that
won
made people question, was it
so
worth
many
it?
times, obviously,
The
he's gonna
question that it
change.
redounds
The
to
meter's gonna
is winning worth it? Football is a game in which you bleed and you scrap for territory, and this coach who's overseeing it like a general overseeing a battlefield.
This dude's like
Did he win the
70s
war?
plus something.
He won it
He
6
doesn't have
times.
anything else to prove.
And might
Respect
makes
him.
right. This is the great man theory of sports.
Towards the end of his career in New England, after Tom Brady left the Patriots, things were just falling apart. All of a sudden, people were
It's
much
been.
more
I think it was
skeptical.
falling apart after. I want to say the Atlanta game. Like that was falling apart then. That Super Bowl with the Atlanta,
his
that shit was
success
funny. They won,
and how successful
but
he could
it was
be without
already
Tom
falling
Brady.
apart.
Who's really more responsible for New England's success? Is it Coach Belichick or is it Tom Brady?
The greatest player in the game has a hell of a lot bigger impact than the greatest coach in the game.
Bill was incredibly angry, and so I frankly think he got sick of it.
He built up
I think Tom got
a
sick of
franchise.
it. I don't think Brady got sick. I think Tom Brady got sick of Bill Belichick. The way, I mean, I don't know, but the way he was running
You know,
things.
from a multi-million-dollar franchise to a
And how
billion-dollar
Bill Belichick wouldn't see Tom as like the dude. When I think Bill Belichick drafted another quarterback, he drafted Mac Jones when he still had Tom Brady. I don't know why you do that.
And he wants the honor for that.
And then he was trying to replace Tom with
So much
Mac
thanks
Jones,
for the
and that didn't
opportunity
work
to-
at all. Mac Jones is good, respectfully, but not. It wasn't Tom Brady good
To
at
be
all.
head coach here for 24 years. We're gonna
He was
move
just
on,
trying to
and,
replace Tom
I look
too
forward,
soon.
Excited for the future.
Way too soon.
After nearly a quarter century in Foxborough,
See?
the dynasty was
It was
over.
over.
Belichick stepped down.
But he tried to replace
the
him.
league he dominated to open its doors. But when he looked for his next chapter, there were no offers.
He's a 71-year-old coach that's won multiple Super Bowls. I mean, respectfully,
The greatest of all time is being
He's a
told
little
you're
too
not
old.
welcome
he's
in the
done.
business that you dominated. And
I don't
so
know
the
how
question
Pete
then
Carroll got a
becomes,
job.
Who am I?
Bro's
How do I get
74.
back into football? And the only venue left for him is in college.
It was during this period
How
of
does a
uncertainty
74-year-old
about his
can coach a
coaching
team?
career when Bill Belichick had a life-changing encounter with a stranger.
And so here we have the story of an older man who is suddenly needing to be media savvy and familiar with what young people are into. And on an airplane, headed to Palm Beach, Florida. In the seat next to him sits down a very precocious young woman who to him presents as certainly beautiful and striking and charismatic and has the answers to a test that he never thought
Dude, that's
worthy to
funny.
take. Here's his new teacher. And so the question of what is Jordan Hudson doing? Why is she interesting? She's interesting because she has been this lever of change.
She looks way older than
in the
24.
temperament,
She looks old.
psychology, presentation.
She looks like she's in
the
her
public
her
life
mid-20s.
of somebody
like
who
28,
abhorred
26.
the very premise that you would have to live in
Looks
public.
old. Not that 26 is not old. She looks old. Facial structure.
Chapel Hill is a small town that bleeds Carolina blue. So when rumors started that the greatest football coach of all time could be coming to town, everyone paid attention.
I think I was here at work and I just checked my social media and it said Bill Belichick was interviewing for the job
Oh,
at
yeah.
North Carolina. I was like, yeah, right, whatever. And I go home and I
Why were
was
people
talking to my
actually
husband, and I was like,
excited?
Have you heard this Bill Belichick rumor? And he goes, Holly, Bill Belichick is not coming to Chapel Hill.
Why would people get excited
The
over
days
that?
passed and we're like, oh my gosh.
Oh, but
this
he is an NFL
might
coach,
really
so.
happen.
But
What many would never have imagined is now
That's
happening.
funny.
Bill Belichick is finalizing a deal to become the next head coach
Not-
at North Carolina.
That's so funny. There's a
He is
Patriot
leaving
right
the
there.
NFL to go to
I think
college.
that's Devin McCourty.
I was actually sitting at the bar, and all of a sudden, across the TV, ESPN, Bill Belichick has accepted the job at UNC. And there were these 5 guys my age, and their arms just went into the air, and they jumped off of their stools, and they started.
And the
shouting,
crazy part is they had a good coach before.
bumping and
I think they
high-fiving
did.
and hooting
But their
and
team was pretty
hollering,
good
and I
last
said,
year.
"I
Before
guess
you,
people are
Bill
pretty
Belichick.
excited about
They were really
this."
good.
Yeah, it was crazy when they made the announcement.
Franklin Street
And
and,
then, Bill Belichick
are
came.
buzzing about Bill.
Chapel Bill, Bill on the Hill, just a couple of nicknames and puns that fans are coming up with after the school signed NFL coaching legend Bill Belichick.
It was the only thing anybody wanted to talk about, whether it was on social media or whether it was my friends and family calling, have you met him? Do you know him? Have you seen him? It was all consuming for days after the announcement was made.
We should be
People
proud
were
of
so
Carolina.
excited.
Tar Heels got
That's
the
so
best
sad.
coach maybe in the history of football.
They're making him the highest paid public employee in the state of North Carolina.
That's
$10 million
crazy.
a year.
North Carolina. You cannot make this up.
It's going to be very fun in Chapel Hill. Not a football
$10 million?
program, but will become one with Belichick.
Season tickets selling out.
Y'all stuck for a
individual
while.
Tickets selling out. Sure, just the buzz around the program.
Oh, yeah.
It was all about Carolina football.
North Carolina, of course, is a basketball school.
It is a basketball school.
Of course, Michael Jordan is probably our most famous.
That's sick.
alum. Then you've
Forgot
got
about
Tyler
that. They had
Hansbrough,
Michael Jordan.
Danny Green, Phil Ford, Lenny Rosenbluth. The list goes on and on and on.
The Tar
With
Heels.
6 national titles and more Final Four trips than any team in history, North Carolina basketball is widely considered to be the greatest college program of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Basketball is extremely important to Chapel Hill. Just not really important emotionally. They're really important economically for the town. And so when the sports teams are doing well, people come into town, they're having fun, they're buying beer, they're buying wings. The whole town does well when the sports teams do well here.
Tar Heels.
We just never try to take it for granted how our
They're good.
basketball team has always been top of the class. Now we hope to parlay that into football. We would love to be a football school.
But on the other side of campus, the story is very different. Tar Heel football hasn't won a conference championship since 1980 and has never
Damn.
captured a national title, not once stepping out of basketball's shadow.
North Carolina wants to get into the business of football. I understand why. We're living at a time when football has never been more vital to the economy of the college campus. It makes money in ways that no other sport can. Football is the greatest, most popular sports/media business that exists in this country.
It's no
crazy how
mystery why
big football
UNC wanted Belichick as their new head coach. But why would one of the greatest coaches in the NFL want to coach a middling college program? The answer is simple. Control. UNC was willing to give him what no NFL owner would.
There is uncertainty about whether or not he would get a head coaching job at the NFL level at this time.
From an NFL standpoint, it kind of felt like he was without a dance partner.
NFL owners respected the resume, but not the demands for total control.
Bill Belichick in New England was a rare thing. He was the head coach and the general manager.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was horrible as a front office executive, but he wanted that power.
I think that there was a sense around the league that if you're going to hire Bill, you have to let him do things his way. But most owners didn't want to do that.
You have to overhaul your entire organization when you bring in Bill Belichick. He's going to have his fingers in everything. And I don't know if these organizations are willing to just hand over the keys to Bill Belichick.
He almost got the job with the Atlanta Falcons.
What?
And Arthur Blank went to Bob Kraft and said, "Tell me about Belichick because
Uh-oh.
I've heard that he really wants to run everything." And Kraft said, "Yeah, he does." So when Blank went back and talked to his entire administrative staff about that, they were against Belichick because a lot of them were afraid they were going to lose their jobs because if Belichick did everything, what was for half of them to do?
The fact that you could have a head coach with his credentials on the street and he doesn't even finish in the top 3 of anyone's ballots in the Atlanta Falcons, I think changed what
Or
he
the
thought
Raiders.
about how the NFL is run and whether he wanted to be a part of it.
Belichick is different. Belichick is a savant, the greatest football coach of all time by popular acclamation. So the shock of Belichick diving into college.
Oh, you know what though?
Okay,
Tom Brady
wow.
owns half the
North
Raiders.
Carolina.
That would never happen.
Belichick's trying to prove something here.
Yeah, Tom Brady don't fuck with Belichick that much.
Always
That
wanted to
would
coach in
not
college
happen.
football. It just never really worked out.
It's funny.
had some good years in the NFL, so that was okay. But, you know, I'm here to teach, develop, and build the program in the way that I believe in.
I think when University of North Carolina hired Bill Belichick, they thought they were getting a program builder and somebody who could elevate their game to a point where they could be on the same field as Clemson. What the University of North Carolina got was someone who
way
knows
different.
football, and then a circus of nonsense right behind it. Never in my wildest dreams did I think Bill Belichick would do a shirtless walk of shame out of some cheerleader's cabin in
Oh
Massachusetts.
yeah.
The 70-year-old coach was caught, shirtless, slipping out of a suburban house.
He said, well, now since everybody knows, I'll let everybody know.
The footage went viral in hours, and with it, the questions. What was Bill Belichick doing here? And who was he with?
All you're witnessing is the walk of shame. But you're witnessing a walk of shame when we have a Ring camera. So I think a lot of people were mortified on his behalf.
Are you guys familiar with this Ring Cam video?
I'm scared of it.
It went viral, truly.
This video hit the internet just yesterday. Ring camera of the greatest coach of all time.
Maybe on the back porch. Is this a walk of shame?
Old guys have sex. Breaking news.
Whoa, that's what's happening?
Hey, congrats to Bill.
Congrats, Bill.
The door cam footage, it made him human and also a little like, oh, Bill could be fun.
It is hilarious. That's all I know.
I don't really know what to say.
I'm just could have gone my whole life without seeing Bill Belichick shirtless.
That ass, me
Look at
too.
his neck. The
I'm
veins
good
out of
without
his
seeing
neck
him
are
shirtless,
popping out.
bro.
It's clear that Bill Belichick
Feel bad she
never
has to see him
expected
shirtless
that
that many
is the
times.
footage that would get out into the public for people to have dialogues about.
When that Ring camera footage surfaced, my feeling was like, I don't know the person in this footage. This does not square with anything I thought I knew about Bill Belichick. And I was like, kind of interesting. Is there more to him? Is he like a little freakier than I thought, you know?
I think most people thought he's in midlife crisis, that, you know, he's
Kind of
lost it.
interesting.
Professionally, he's going downhill, and his personal life seems to be a mess.
The doorbell camera story could have ended there. But podcaster Pablo Torre wasn't satisfied and went boots on the ground to investigate.
No,
And
Pablo
lo
said,
and
I'm not
behold,
satisfied. I want to
find
see what's
an
up.
Airbnb listing. The owners were diehard football fans. When they see on the Ring cam,
Yo, Pablo,
this
you're petty,
topless
dog.
man, they're just like concerned for the safety of a young woman.
She's with this creepy old guy who's either a relative or a drug dealer.
Pablo did a whole investigation, bro. Said, I wonder who that girl
Doorbell
is.
camera footage of
Let's
Bill
go down there.
Belichick might have been forgotten if it wasn't
He
for
said,
a
I know where that
televised
place is
roast
at.
of Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody asks me which ring is my favorite.
Uh-oh.
I used to say the next one. But now that I'm retired, my favorite ring is the camera that caught Coach Belichick slinking out of that poor girl's house at 6 a.m. a few months ago.
What's funny about the Ring cam video is that I didn't really think about it too long. But when Brady mentioned it on stage in front of
That
the
was
world on
funny.
that Netflix roast, it became this artifact. And so the question was, I should probably figure out what the hell the story of this video is. It wasn't easy. Clearly a Ring camera, it's on a porch. How do I find out what house this is? The only thing I could think of was, you know those GeoGuessr guys? So I DM a character by the name of Rainbolt. And this is a man whose job, whose superpower almost literally is you show him a photo of any place in the world and he can
That's
tell you,
cool.
oh, it's here. And he said, I would love to help you out on this. Simultaneous to that, I was making calls around the New England area. And I got a tip that actually this might be an Airbnb.
Oh, they got it.
And so I get the coordinates from Rainbolt, Winthrop,
That's
Massachusetts, near the airport. drivable from Boston, less than 20 minutes away, seaside town. Simultaneously, I'm on Airbnb.com looking through every public listing for Winthrop, Massachusetts, and I'm looking to match. And lo and behold, I find an Airbnb listing that the
Just look
GeoGuessrs
for the
have
most expensive
validated
one.
that the website allows me to book. And so I book a stay at the Airbnb, and I show up, and suddenly I'm standing on the porch. It felt like I was crawling into my computer. Like suddenly I'm in the screen. The owners were diehard football fans.
Oh, that's why they posted
When they
it.
see on the ring cam this topless man, they immediately had the thought that I think everybody had who saw that online, which was, is that Bill Belichick?
There's an older gentleman.
I got them on tape in my show. Their recollection was the young woman shows up, she's with an older man.
Oh.
They were wondering, like, is this like an escort situation? Is this like a drug deal situation?
She's with this creepy old guy. It's either her relative or a drug dealer. It was the first thing because of the age discrepancy. Remember, so must be
Yes.
a freaking coke dealer. And I was like, what?
It
Come
was
on.
crazy.
In their minds, they're just like a little concerned for the safety of a young woman.
We were legitimately worried about her because she booked for 4 nights or something.
5 nights.
5 nights. She was here that one night with him, and
Then
we
we
didn't
didn't
see her
see her.
again.
When I saw the ring camera footage, and then it came out eventually later, of course, that it was possibly Jordan, to us, the most interesting piece is the power dynamic. Who has the power here? Who's exerting more power? Is someone the victim in this dynamic? We don't know. So I think it left me with a lot more questions that I did not feel like I had any answers to.
For nearly 2 years, the only glimpses of Jordan and Bill were in quiet corners of Nantucket. But things got real the moment Jordan took their relationship public on Instagram.
Oh yeah, little
It just
pictures
felt
they
like a
did.
complete 180 to the Bill Belichick we knew. Here he is on Instagram. He's posing in photos that clearly he's approving Jordan to share of their private life, you know, doing this
Oh,
acro
yeah, that
yoga
one.
pose on the beach, posing in a Halloween costume as a fisherman and she's a mermaid.
For a New England sports fan, to see Bill Belichick on social media dressed as a fisherman, reeling in a mermaid, was more unlikely than actually meeting a mermaid.
I just can't say enough how strange it has been the last couple of years of the life of Belichick. This is Bill Belichick. The man lives and breathes to tell you to go screw when you tell him to do anything else but what he wants.
It boggles the mind what she had to say to get him to do that. It would be one thing if he weren't even wearing the costume, honestly. They'd say, okay, maybe she just got him to the beach and then she got a photographer to say, hey, Bill, hold this while I put on this mermaid costume. But he played along. And to this day, if there is anything that sums up the confusion of this relationship, it's that Instagram post.
I don't want Instagram in my sports. I don't want TikTok in my sports. But I've been a little put off, honestly, by the Jordan Hudson bashing. Just people ripping into her as if she's put Bill Belichick under her spell.
Seeing the initial reactions, there were a lot of sexist reactions where it's like, well, she must be taking advantage of him. She's making him do all of these things. It's easy to be like, is this a blink twice situation? Is this like, Bill, like, let us know? Which I think is where most people went, which I also think requires checking a lot of your assumptions about this relationship.
One of the things I study in sports and American culture is sexism and what happens when women insert themselves into the world of sports, whether it's as an announcer, you know, a female announcer or an owner of a team. And I've seen the way that people
The Colts owner?
are just
That's a
so
way better owner
negative
than our owner.
about women within the world of sports. So I can't help but wonder if
Please
part
go
of the
away,
negative reaction to Jordan Hudson is just this sort of macho sports, misogynistic
he's
vibe
stupid.
that's out there. Keep her out of our sports.
It's not even that. It's the fact,
In 2024, Bill surprised fans by announcing that he was now active
Let them
on
believe
social
whatever.
media for the first time.
Hello, everyone. Surprised to see me here? Well, I am too. Hello, Instaface.
That's
See you
for
soon.
sure Jordan
He
Hudson.
definitely didn't want to join Instagram on his own accord. We know that. We have a lot of data points for him. We had no data points for her. So I think it's understandable to be like, is she like,
Running
is he under a
Instagram.
spell? However, it's not like he is the victim here as far as we know. He is a powerful guy who has this young woman, but because they weren't giving us anything more than Instagram posts, it became impossible to decipher what was actually going on.
What she's trying to do exactly isn't clear, but what is clear is she's trying to create and cement her persona with Bill Belichick. And he's not necessarily a willing partner. He's not someone who wants to court the press. He's not someone who wants to be on social media. But Bill Belichick is being allowed to be chipped down by his much younger girlfriend who grew up and understands media in a much different way.
That he reared Viv in public.
Of the magnitude of what she is doing.
This has a lot of implication for Bill Belichick's legacy as one of the most famous, important figures in the National Football League.
I think
If you are a winning coach or winning player, we want you to stay there. We want to put you in the Hall of Fame when we come.
That Bill gets at UNC, she is not hired by the university. This is a public university. Jordan's like affecting things at this program.
Yes. No, I mean, she's listed as a chief operating officer of
Oh, here we
Belichick
go.
Productions.
It's a
100%. 100%.
Yep.
Well, no, but we just said that the Cowboys' offense is the best offense in the league. They have the most yards per.
Here we go.
Going on in
From behind closed doors,
I know.
like we'd seen it all, a
Bill
recording
Belichick is
surfaced
a clown, huh,
from
man?
behind closed doors.
Another
Oh, yeah.
bombshell story coming out about what's going on in Chapel Hill.
What we have here is behind the scenes footage from the set of Coach.
Is it necessary to say keep them out of the end zone? Because I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory on defense. I don't know if there's like an additional point.
Yeah, they'll it's a
100%. 100%.
Like that applies to all defenses.
Well, no, but we just said that the Cowboys' offense is the best offense in the league. They have the most yards per game. They have, okay, so they're going to get the ball down there. We know they're going to get the ball down there.
What she is showing us inadvertently is this is what the power dynamic is like around Bill Belichick.
If somebody puts on a clock, I could create this in 5 minutes. Will you give me $2,000 to do that?
The reason why this is a thing for the people on set was that she showed up and they didn't realize why she was doing anything.
I thought she was a producer on the show.
She runs his media company, but was his media company involved in this? Or
And-
is this him being paid?
This exact question is where she has a very clear view of what her job was.
Uh-huh.
And everyone else was like, I suddenly woke up one day and realized I'm working for Jordan Hudson.
Can we set up a meeting with like the entire graphics team and anybody that has anything to do with this?
Now you're just butting in. Now
She's
you're
still
really
in.
trying to involve yourself.
I mean, we could say it differently.
Let's say red zone instead of end zone.
Well,
She's telling Bill Belichick how to talk about football. And she's just like pulling his puppet strings. Yes. On life.
We should get Tony in here.
no kidding.
You should send him one of those texts, like even when I'm working, even when I'm with somebody else, I'm thinking of you.
He's a simp. He's simp number one in America right
He's
now.
a simp.
Belichick and Hudson spoke their minds loud enough for everyone to hear. And now the question in Chapel Hill continues to grow louder. Who's really calling the shots?
Right now, we can't take our eyes off the train that derailed and crashed into the fireworks factory that is everything Belichick and Jordan.
Regardless of whether Jordan Hudson is giving him the greatest advice in the world, there's just a fundamental power struggle around how this man is behaving and what decisions.
Let's see their debut.
Gonna fester and flower and expose, and he's not going to have success down there.
You got exposed.
If you're a person who cares about the odds, I'd say that the line at how long Bill Belichick's going to be at North Carolina should be 1 season.
1 season.
And I would not take the over.
And now, the whispers are hard to ignore.
I thought being like, hey, he's going to be done after a season was like a bold flavor. No, he may not make it through the season.
A buyout, an early exit, What began as a bold new chapter,
No way.
a buyout, an early exit.
They already
What
fired
began
him?
as a bold new chapter suddenly feels
I know he was
unstable.
fired already.
Multiple media outlets reported he was actively looking at an exit strategy after his team continued to struggle.
For some, this
never mind.
unravel feels less like a tragedy and more like a vindication.
I think the Crafts are probably enjoying this on some level, because if he went on to have success, that would make them look bad. Brady went on and had success. Brady still had championship football left in him, and they let him go. That's on them. And so if Bill went on and had great success, that would look bad on the Crafts. You let a guy walk out the door who still has great coaching left in him. What were you doing?
Bill's recent seasons have sparked debate about how this period fits into the legacy he built.
Belichick, well, he's just cashing checks based on Tom Brady's legacy.
There was nothing that would give me optimism that Bill Belichick can turn this ship around.
I would really want a rebate if I were North Carolina, because you're not getting the Bill Belichick that you thought you were getting.
I think everybody that's the greatest at what they do, whether you're Bill Belichick or Michael Jordan or LeBron, you know, you're always going to have the people that want to take you down, that want to, you know, that want to find the negatives and humble you.
Stupid.
The greats are measured by the results, and right now, the results at UNC are messy.
It's looking like an embarrassment. And there's a lot of people around the state, they relish the idea of Carolina making a big mistake. And they will not let Carolina forget it if it turns out that way.
So the NFL already didn't want him. He's got no shot with another team. Where would he go?
But what happens if the fall of a legend becomes the making of something new?
I think she's very smart. I think she's very intelligent, knows exactly what she's doing.
The latest reports, Jordan Hudson amassed nearly $10 million in real estate just months after meeting Bill Belichick. This shit's getting weirder by the second.
She's absolutely entitled to her fair share.
Belichick, this it's getting weirder by the second.
She's absolutely entitled to her fair share of what Belichick has made during this time or more.
She breaks all the rules because she is about herself, about distraction and attraction. She is about bringing all the attention to her.
This has been a supernova success story.
Sometimes influence isn't loud, it's consistent, and Jordan has remained consistently close. What that means in the long run?
Can we set up a meeting with like the entire refs, even anybody that has anything to do with this?
Remains to be seen.
What she is showing us is, I am told, not dissimilar from what it's like at Carolina right now.
It is not Jordan Hudson and UNC football. It is often Jordan Hudson versus a football program that's just not prepared, did not sign up for this version of Bill Belichick. In fact, they signed up for the opposite.
Why would we bring this guy in? Just so Jordan can come in here and like boss us around?
With him coming in, some people thought we were going to win every game. We just want to win.
Could an argument be made that Jordan
4-8.
Has she gotten everything that she's wanted?
Like, some people are turned on by power.
she's a
Like,
girl.
can we just say that?
I think a lot of people are.
Some people actually are.
Measuring the success of Jordan Hudson depends on what you're measuring it by.
I don't know anybody fresh out of college building an $8 million real estate portfolio.
If the variable that you
That's crazy.
most one trending top.
Carolina.
I don't know anybody out of college building an $8 million portfolio. No, that's crazy. Within months, she did that. Not in years. She built a $8 million portfolio within months. Like, that's possible. I mean, unless you're choking on it. Then it's possible. That's how Diddy did it. That's how Jordan did it.
What's the deal with Ben?
That's how you do it.
Get humans and chimps to communicate.
Ben, Abby.
I just see the games
It's
that
a
are coming out in
great year for
2026.
gaming, and 2026 is shaping up to be just as good.
GTA,
if
I'm
not
gonna be
better.
pissed
In
if
this
you don't come
video,
out,
I
bitch.
highlighted games that I'm personally excited for and games that I plan
Oh,
to
Rockstar
review
Games,
or
I hate
cover
you.
at one point
Fuck
or
you,
another
Rockstar
on this channel. So let's get right into it. Up first, we have Mortal Shell 2, the second game in a franchise that looks to be even more brutal than the first. The Souls-like genre has
I know
only
they're coming
gotten
out with
better as
Wichita 4.
developers continue to
Or
refine
Wichita,
and add new
Witcher
mechanics
4.
that we've never seen before. And in 2026, we have more
that
than a
I'm
few
excited
coming
for.
out that seem to push the genre even further, some of which will be on this very list. The first Mortal Shell did pretty well critically, scoring a 76 on Metacritic,
Shell?
but the
'Cause
game
I
was
never heard of
fairly
that game. Next.
Twin, the same studio known for the critically acclaimed Dead Cells. The game is already out in early access, but
Yo,
in
I hate these
2025,
indie
I made
games.
a
Why do
promise
they
to
do
myself,
games
and I
like
just
this, bro? I'm
decided to
tired of
stop
games
by.
like this.
Up next, we have Greedfall 2: The Dying World. This
I think
is
they
the
give
sequel
Game
to
of the War,
Greedfall
Game of
from
the
all
Year
way
games
back
to
in
those.
2019. The game itself is a complete revamp from the original gameplay style. From a party-based action RPG with dynamic and free-flowing combat similar to something like Dragon Age Inquisition to a real-time with pause approach. This switch-up has been highly
It's not bad, I
controversial among
guess.
fans of the game, and honestly, I have to agree. The game launched in early access last year, which in itself is
What? Oh, this one looks good. Not that look. Dope. For real, the RPG fans have been eating good. Oh. Ooh. Huh. What the worst stadium? Two stars. What the fuck? Let's check this out. Real life GTA. Pavelia. Oh, in the Bronx this time, never mind. That's funny. Check this out. Back to the Bronx. Oh. Uh-oh. First day I'm Bronx. Uh-oh. If it was in India right now. So funny. Hmm. Morgan and Morgan. Uh-oh. That was quick. Yo, the Bronx is different. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh. Why is he so mad? The fuck? Damn, he's so mad. For fuck's sake. At least he's honest, I guess. Two a.m. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. At 2 in the morning? Oh, they're out of here. They're stupid. If ICE comes, they can basically arrest everybody here. Is it if ICE comes, they can basically arrest everybody here. I know. The fuck? Mm. Hmm. Ah, sick. I was burning them tires out. That's sick. Oh shit. Damn. That's so funny. Isn't he? Look at the Marvel leaks now. Holy, I'm probably gonna get copyrighted if I show it though. No. Bro, you were a nah. All that begging for money got people mad at Kai. Come on, man, bro was begging. And he's a millionaire already. Why the fuck does he need to keep having a begathon? Oh, you know what? Let's react to this real quick. So apparently Kai's having a mental health thing, but how can you have mental health when you're a multi-millionaire and you can buy anything? I just kind of find it hard to have problems. Bro looks just like Diddy too. And bro puts on the weirdest people. He put on Rocky. He's weird. He put on Ty Lil. He's weird. All his Clover friends are all weird. Mental health is big. I just got finished watching Death Note. Shut the fuck up. I really want to achieve. He's so stupid. He's greedy. Never seen you. Bro looks just like Diddy. That's funny. He's been saying that for 2 years. It has. I just find it hard to believe that this guy is like, I can have any type of problems, bro. You're literally a millionaire. What like problems could you even possibly have? Like I'm trying to think. Shut up. Nah. Bro, he's a millionaire. Dead ass. There's no way the dude making 5 million from a live stream is depressed. What? Streaming his fun ass live with literally with all his friends. He can do whatever he wants, and he's depressed. You can't convince me. That ass wrong messenger. Meant all this big, but you get the wrong person. Not much going on. Other than this bullshit. Let's see what we got. Not much. Not much. What did I think an hour? Bro watched anime one time and he has mental health problems. Buck Kyson that. Straight up. Here we go. Damn, on 40. Damn, he's gone. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he crashed. Oh, dumbass. Bang. Massive guns.